Hey, you guys, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. Where are you guys?
I'm currently at my house in BC, and that's actually Joe over there. We're still social distancing, but do you want to maybe explain how you're here as well, Joe?
So I've come out to Vancouver Island to spend a bit of time in the beautiful nature and with this beautiful weather. And the added bonus is I get to come and work with Hannah, who also is on Vancouver Island.
So you guys are adapting a solo that Joe, you created for Hannah for the choreographic workshop back in November. And why did you want to work with Hannah on this piece? Because I remember you were very clear about who you wanted to collaborate with.
Yeah, I think actually when I said it, I said I can only imagine doing this if it's Hannah.
Yeah.
Hannah has an incredible depth of range as a dancer and as an actress, which was really important to me. And we get along well, and she's super talented. So I knew everyone would want to, so I wanted to get there first. Now she's turning around and telling me to stop complimenting
No,
you.
I wanted to say thank you.
I wouldn't say it if you weren't here. So.
And Hannah, how did you feel about this concept when Joe first brought it to you?
I think it's fantastic. I think showing a female character where she's sort of, I mean, in this story, she's not necessarily in control of her own narrative. However, it's making a comment on that. Whereas I think, a lot of ballets, as Joe has mentioned, such as Giselle or Swan Lake, she's like the perished lover to the leading man, and she doesn't necessarily always have control of her direction and what she wants to do. And so I think the piece that Joe has created sort of comments on that and sort of sheds light on the change that is being made now in our society, and that this is a great piece to sort of, go along with that and the change that we're seeing in society.
And so talk to me about your process in adapting this for film, because you guys were working together virtually before, Joe, you got out to Vancouver Island. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I started speaking to Hannah about a month ago, I think. A lot of talking. I've found working with Hannah that the best thing for us is to talk it out together, because she has some wonderful ideas, and at the end of the day, it's her telling the story. So we need to ensure that it's something that she feels comfortable expressing in her way. Done some wardrobe trials, which was fun over the internet. We have collaborated with Hannah's brother, which has been fantastic. He's written some poetry that might be able to help with the piece. I think the main thing that we wanted to achieve with this is to not try and replicate what we created last year, but to adapt it to make it relevant to the environment we're in, not just a copy of what we did.
Absolutely. Tell me more about this poem. You sent it to me and it's beautiful. What was the impetus for that?
This was Joe's idea, and he was sort of the one who initiated this collaboration. I don't know, I think it's a great addition to have, because the original piece, there was excerpts from the interview, which was sort of like a spoken word element over top of the piece already. And so I think that Liam Galway, my brother, his poetry really complements that aspect. And again, it's another comment on just a female role in her own life, as well as how she's viewed by others. And I also think it's very beautiful. I'm a little biased since I am his sister.
Did Liam watch the solo and that sparked the poem, or what did you guys sort of give to him to inspire what he wrote?
I'd shown him the piece, and I had then sort of explained the process that Joe and I went through, and a couple of the conversations we had with regards to what we want this piece to mean. And so Liam sort of went from there, and I think built a piece that's incredibly poignant with the ideas that we had discussed.
I totally agree. I think Liam managed to draw more depth out of the theme than even we had managed in our process, and that's natural. I mean, so many art forms and mediums have different ways of going about telling a story. And if the current time can teach us anything, is that as dancers, or especially ballet dancers, we need to use the environment around us and use lessons we learn from other artists who are finding ways to adapt and tell their stories much more easily than we are right now.
Thank you guys for chatting with me.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to work on something during this time. Really, it's
Yeah.
a great way to keep motivated.
Good.
Thank you, Rob, for the inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks, guys.